Good morning. Today we're going to be going over some dream characters and creatures. These are all basically creatures or characters that either I've run into in the dream realm or that others have run into and told me about them. Some of these come from Reddit. Most of these come from my own dreams. So the first one is a wall-running psychic dream lady. And I apologize, I know my camera is shit, but I'll get a better one, I don't know, sometime soon. So basically this is a creature that someone on Reddit had posted about. It was some kind of a psychic dream lady that had like a wooden crown. And yeah, you can't really tell, like this camera's horrible, I'm sorry. But she was shooting like thoughts into people's heads, and like she was running on a wall, but she had no legs, so she was just kind of floating. And yeah, like kind of like telekinetic, weird ghost dream, kind of interesting. So yeah, so that's that one. That was from someone on Reddit had posted about it. I thought it was pretty interesting, so I decided to draw her. Okay, this next one is a deer Hawkman, and it's like a man, half deer, or I guess a third man, a third deer, and a third. Well, I don't know. It's not right. Because it's like only the face is kind of like, well, I guess the hands too. Anyway, this is just this weird creature that I ran into when I was hiking through a forest in a dream one time. It was I keep wondering, why did I draw it on all four? Like, it would have made more sense to draw him standing up. You could take a better look at him. I'll probably do that. But in the dream, he was walking around like that. So he was kind of like, I don't know, stalking prey or something. Like really weird, kind of like majestical looking creature. Anyway, alright, so this is another dream that I had, and this one was kind of weird. So yeah, anyway, like, so I was in like this star nebula kind of cloud thing, and there were these like really weird like creatures. They were sentient, and they were made up of like all kinds of different shapes, and they would all like kind of like jump up onto me, and like they were like, yay, yeah, he's here, come on, eat us. And it was like the weirdest thing, but like all of these creatures really wanted me to eat them. And once I ate them, it's like they were different colors, but once I ate them, they would, or at least took a bite out of them, they would become like they would become transparent and then lifeless. It was really weird. And then this one, I don't really consider this one a dream creature. I guess it's just kind of inspired because I was imagining like, where did those weird polygon creatures come from? So I was just like, what if there was like a Polygon Lizard? So this is like a dream inspired drawing, I guess I should say. I was like, so this is like the dude that makes those little dream creatures. Just kind of like makes a whole bunch of polygons. Got a ruler on his back, I guess, to measure them out. Yeah, Polygon Lizard. If you're wondering about the medium, these are all ink drawings. Oh yeah, this one was kind of creepy. So this is basically someone on Reddit had posted about a pet rat that they had, and then like in their dream it had died and like turned into a zombie, and it was like coming after them or something like that. It was really kind of creepy, but interesting at the same time. So I drew it, So this is the zombie rat with like a skeleton hand coming out of its tail, kind of like, you know, next to the trash. I like this drawing despite the fact that it's kind of like a gross subject matter. Okay, this one, yeah, this was one of the weirder dreams that I had. You know how sometimes you go to sleep and you're like halfway asleep and then you're not sure if you're dreaming or not? Well, I had this one weird experience where I was asleep, but I was still like, I woke up in my dream. I was in my bed and I was surrounded by these weird, kind of like goofy looking spirits. And like, well, that one's not goofy. That one looks kind of creepy. Well, kind of creepy and goofy at the same time. So yeah, so like these are my feet, and like this is like the sheet, and like all these different spirits like kind of gathered by my bedside, and I had no idea what the heck was going on. They were just there. Sorry about the quality of the videos. I'm gonna get a better camera, but I might try to take some pictures of these and post them on my Instagram in the meantime, so like just a better quality image. This one was this was a very weird like lucid dream that I had a while ago, where I talked to my subconscious. And for any of you lucid dreamers out there, talking to your subconscious is like a really intense experience. In my dream, I was kind of like crawling through these weird like shapes and rocks made out of, I don't know, like some like dark material, like shadowy material. And it was like I had to like go underground, like beneath all of this rubble, and kind of tunnel my way through to a portal that led to like what looked like African plain. And there my subconscious was there, and I had like a brief interaction with it that felt very intense. But anyway, this is like the African plain was kind of like all very dark, and so was my subconscious. So here is that. See, like that's me right there. That's my subconscious. Like a lot more. The feeling that I got from my subconscious was he was a lot more like, well, manlier, and also a lot more ripped, and very kind of like primal. The feeling that I got from the interaction was like a primal kind of fear. But it was still a really cool dream, so I wanted to make a drawing out of it. I probably will end up making like a small animation out of it at some point. And then the next one, this one was kind of just, this dream I reminded myself of this dream because of the previous dream. I had another dream where I was just walking through the African plains and ran into an elephant that was eating planets from a planet tree. So yeah, I don't know how I didn't realize I was dreaming. But I was like, oh yeah, cool, yeah, this elephant's eating planets. Yeah. The big guy must be hungry. So that's that. It's an elephant eating planets. And an African plain somewhere from a planet tree. And the elephant had like kind of like different markings, but I don't really remember all of them. Very like different markings and patterns, but I don't really remember all of them very well, so I just kind of sketched them out here. And this next one was when in that dream where I was eating those creatures in the Nebula, there were these giant hawks that were like made out of stardust and kind of like flying towards me. And I don't know, it was really like weird and trippy kind of. So that's a drawing of one of those hawks. Again, these are all just ink drawings. And yeah, it was kind of like coming for me, like coming towards me. Here's a closer look. And it had like, when they opened their mouths, you could see like, I don't know, another universe in there. So that was also pretty intense. Really weird dream. This next one, I have a lot of dreams that take place in the wilderness for some reason. But this next one is it's a cyborg wolf that was sitting on top of a giant mushroom in the middle of a forest somewhere. And when I ran across it, like I climbed the mushroom, and he was on top smoking a pipe that was shaped like a saxophone, and there were bubbles coming out of it. And this wolf, this cyborg wolf, told me that those are the ideas that he brings out into the world for folklore. So yeah, that was a pretty cool dream. There's that. So it's like a giant mushroom with a cyborg wolf creature, and he's blowing bubbles out of this kind of, there we go. Yeah, he's blowing bubbles out of this saxophone looking pipe, and that's how we get our folklore, is what he told me in the dream. Dreams are awesome. And sometimes they can be very frightening, kind of like this one. This is actually a really old dream. This was like, I want to say back in 2010. I decided to start like going further back, because I have dream journals from like, I don't know, 10, 15 years back, like a long time. So this was a dream where I was in a valley somewhere, and then walking through a market, and then there was this old lady that gave me a little box that looked like a little jailhouse almost, that she said that there was a cricket in there that would protect me. And then as I was walking through the market, all of a sudden everything started getting dark, and I just had the cricket in my hand in the little box. And then like these shadowy demon looking figures came towards me, but every time I shook the box, it would make like this really disturbing like toad like sound, and the demons would back away. And like as I was trying to get out of there, like every time they would close in, I would just shake the box and it would make the sound, and then they would back up. Anyway, enough about that. Here's a scene from that dream. So this is like the market. So this is the market, and you know, that's the old lady, and that's the, let's see, there we go. That's the old lady, and that's the little box that she gave me. You know, and there's just some other people selling their stuff at the market. Yeah, it was kind of a creepy dream. Yeah, that's it. The reason why I'm kind of explaining the dream before I show the pictures is because I think it's interesting to see, like, if I tell you something, what comes to your mind, and then I show you what I saw in my dream. So it's just kind of interesting to see how, you know, people imagine different things. So this one was actually, I was really young for this next dream. I dreamt that there was this guy that was like made out of like half scissors, half metallic looking humanoid with a giant polka dotted bow tie that was chasing me around inside of this coliseum. This is what that looked like. I think I was like 7 or 8 when I had this dream. This was a really long time ago. And he was just like chasing me around. You could see the polka dot, and like he had a scissor head, and and he had like metallic, like dark metal, kind of like, you know how scissors are, like the handles are. And he would like chase me around, and he would like run up to me, like laughing, and then, you know, he'd corner me, and I'd be like freaking out, and he'd come up to me, and he'd be like, "Tag, you're it," and then run the other way. So yeah, I remember that very. It was such a long time ago, but I still remember it. That's, you know, that's the interesting thing about dreams. And then I tried to remember my earliest dream that I can possibly think of. And when I was, I don't know, 5 or 6, I remember my dad was teaching me how to play chess. And I remember having this dream. I'm pretty sure this is the earliest dream I've ever had. Where I was dreaming that I saw this little pawn on the chessboard that we had left in my room, and I remember dreaming that it was dancing, and then, but the weird thing is that I remember waking up, and I was just laying in bed looking at it, and I'm like, holy crap, it's still dancing. So, and I ran up to it, and I looked at it, and then it just like went stiff and back to normal. But anyway, so this is the dream where I was like, you know, a little guy looking at the little pawn dancing on the table, on the blackboard. Not the blackboard, the chessboard. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I drew anything else. Yeah, those are all the creatures for now. If you have anything interesting, let me know, because I will draw it. Because I freaking love hearing anything that has to do with dreams. Yeah, any interesting dream creatures or characters, let me know. And be as descriptive as you possibly can, because that way it helps me get like a better idea of what it looks like. And yeah, just like on Reddit or I don't know, in the comments or something, or on Instagram, whatever's comfortable, just let me know. That's pretty much it. Thank you. See you next time.